Hi, this is Oppu and Nino.
Who's Nino? This guy.
Just a guy with a fun shirt.
Yeah, but anyhow, you are watching Tuonela magazines, whatever it is, film podcast, whatever you call it.
So what was the question?
Yeah.
How was ROCKFEST?
Yeah,
How was the food?
yeah.
It was
I really enjoyed. You were on stage, and I saw you guys there, and you know I was enjoying from the point of like audience side.
Yeah, it's good to meet like old friends because usually when we, for example, meet in Helsinki, we don't have too much time to chat. You know.
Never.
But now it's totally different. We have opportunity to discuss and
yes, fortunately we have a really small car because the owner of the car is so poor. Actually, this is not your car; it's your parents' car.
And they are poor as well.
Yeah, they are really poor people. So
They're not in music
we
business.
have like 1 hour. We can sit like here and talk about music.
Yeah.
You know.
And actually, we had like really like sentimental discussion before we entered this car.
Yeah.
Car?
my poor
Car.
Because this is our ride to Helsinki. Otherwise, we should have taken a fucking taxi that costs like 200 euros or helicopter.
But anyhow, we used to play at the same venues and clubs back in the days, 25 years ago, like somewhere in the early 90s, and we really usually don't have time to share those memories like we did now.
So we're gonna take all that time back now during this 1 hour, like sitting here and drinking beer. Do you have a beer? Yes. It's your beer, by the way.
Maybe I should drive slower.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So you will have more time.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Even though it was in January.
Winter
It was January 5th or 6th or something. You can't do that in Finland. You will die on stage. In hypothermia.
I think you might die in hypothermia in a Finnish festival, even if it's in summer.
Yeah, true.
That's here in Numirok. It's 2 degrees.
Yeah.
When I was watching Ensiferum and it was raining, and I was in my shorts and t-shirt.
That's always possible. If
Yes, but that was a great, one of the great experiences when playing in a band.
It seems like the band is in a good hybris right now, and well, they did the previous album with Jens BOGREN, and I'm not right if I'm not quite sure that if he kind of put the band to a new track somehow, because it's much more upbeat nowadays than it was before. If you compare it to the previous album, which was before Under the Red Cloud, it was Circle, I guess, and it was way more moodier stuff than this Under the Red Cloud. So well, I think, generally speaking, I think Jens has something to do with it. But still, I think Amorphis learned something with the Under the Red Cloud session. So we were kind of prepared differently than it was before. It's kind of hard to speculate because I've been in a band 1 year right now, so it's kind of hard to tell what's the history when it comes to developing this new style. But anyhow, well, basically the songs were really good, and we did kind of really proper pre-production, and we did our homework before we entered the studio, and Jens requested us to do some changes to the songs, so and it was kind of good thing to have an outside point of view for the material before recording it.
When you entered in the same room with Jens, how much he changed the song structures with you guys?
Surprisingly little, because I think what I've heard from the guys, that he changed quite a lot of the song structures and tempos and stuff like that for Under the Red Cloud demos.
Okay.
But now that the guys kind of learned their lesson, they knew what to present at the, in the first place.
Okay.
And so we kind of the songs were kind of prepared already in that style.
Okay. Is it okay if we talk about like producing and, you know?
That's perfect.
Yeah. Because sometimes I feel when you work with the bands, some bands you don't need to almost like produce at all when it comes to song structures and you know, because sometimes I really love the bands when you don't have to do that much, because then you know that these guys, you know, they really know what they're doing, and that's the best situation. You're like, I'm gonna put this mic there and you know and just record it and like, can you be like more angrier and more angry? Is that a word, angrier? No.
Yeah, it's a word.
Is it word? Is it? It's the word. It's a word now.
Yeah.
But
officially.
Yeah. But it's like when you're working with the bands that they really know what they're doing all the time. Then sometimes as a producer you're like, what the fuck? What should I do with the guys? The whole package is there and you know, you're just trying to keep the good vibe and do the small things like you know, moving things a little bit there and here and there. You don't have to do these big changes because when you know, with a pop music you have to change sometimes everything. You're like you have a song and you have to change everything. You change the direction of the song and the genre of the song. You have this demo like with the piano and the singing or whatever, and then it comes to totally different. But with metal bands like Amorphis, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think when you guys hit the studio with the producer, you don't change things that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well,
I mean, like, yeah, you have a great song, but I want to change everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen. I don't think that happens.
I know what you mean. Yeah. Well, if I listen to the demos which were done last summer for the album, they're surprisingly
the same
in the same form as on the album. So therefore, it's just like redone, but in a better.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
With the better playing and proper instruments and stuff like that. So
that's sometimes, you know, my feeling is that am I, you know, doing anything here because when I'm missing the demos and then I'm listening the album that's released, and there's not too much, difference. And I'm like, did I do anything? But that's sometimes that's the way it is.
Yeah.
And I love metal scene because at its best, you have a band. They know what they are doing, and you don't have to change it.
But isn't it kind of rewarding as a producer just to do your thing, like just adjusting the mics and
just do the small
and
things,
trying things and yeah.
And by the way, can I say that the most important thing now, this is, if you want to go to the right here, it's Klaukkala, and that's the place when I got my first, when I was a young boy.
Yeah, did you born here?
No, I was born in Helsinki. I was born in Helsinki,
So you're like barefoot.
Totally.
Yeah.
But I have my black era. How you call it?
Black era. Oh, okay, dark era.
A dark era of my life.
Okay. In Klaukkala.
But
Sure.
I'm gonna finish with I'm working with new Heavy Sorrows album. 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna fly to Spain. Gonna be there 2 weeks, and then shit,
Man,
what was that? We almost died. We almost fucking died.
there was an animal, right?
By the new Amorphis album, we almost died.
You only live once.
There's the car who hit.
Yeah.
Oh, he hit it.
Yeah. There was moose or some. Oh fuck.
It's not us.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
That's gonna be the interview.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, summer plans.
Yeah, we're gonna kill some animals and eat them.
With our car. With my poor mother's Golf.
Yeah. I'm gonna work with the new Heavy Sorrows album. There's gonna be one song, lots of featuring artists.
One of them?
As
No.
yeah, this guy's gonna do some backing
Mikael,
vocals.
how do you feel?
Even the taxi driver is gonna be on the album. There's that many guests.
That's it.
Really?
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. We're gonna play
Yeah.
a lot of shows.
But what are you going to do in Spain, actually?
Tasting wines.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
It's not gonna be all heavy stuff.
Ask this guy something. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, what's your plans?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's a really difficult question. I'm just following you.
Okay. That's short.
That's a really profound question indeed. But anyhow, we have festivals like with Amorphis every weekend basically, and we are actually going to Japan on Monday.
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Awesome.
Therefore, 2 days from here. In a nutshell, there's gonna be festival gigs every weekend and this Japan tour. And that's it.
Nice.
And some nice time at the cottage in between.
In average, how many gigs you have in a week?
2, like Friday, Saturday, and then 5 days back at home. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like that I need to study again. For being a musician or producer.
Yeah, you still have time. Yeah. But it's
Okay.
not that simple actually, because there's so much to do in between as well. So it's not only because you have to rehearse new songs and stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, you are untalented. You are rehearsing. Oh,
We're not professional,
oh,
like you.
You are. Oh.